try to stay away from, even when we graph these as cubics and fourth degree and fifth degree, I try to stay away from irrational and imaginary zeros and stuff. Remember, x-intercept's another name. Yes, ma'am. What was the range? We didn't put it, did we? Tell me about the y's. Y's are less than or equal to 4. Positive 4. See, 4 up here. Oh, the x-intercepts were 0, 0, and negative 4, 0. There you go. That's where you were getting the negative 4. Yeah, Miss Brand gets in too big a hurry. Number 2, thank you for reminding me. 2x squared minus 6x plus 4. So the one thing you do get from it, you know your a, you know it's going to open up, and it has a stretch of 2, and you know the y-intercept is 4. So it's going to cross at 0, 4. I require them as order pairs because I want you to keep that x-intercept, y-intercept separate. Most answer keys will just say y-intercept equals 4. But then people forget, is that 0, 4 or 4, 0? So I want you to be sure and write that. So we need vertex. Okay, x equals, I'm going to put the formula. So I've got negative and then negative 6 over, can I go ahead and put a 4 there? Y'all okay with that? 2 times a was 2. So tell me what this is going to be. Well, it's going to end up, if I do all of it, it's going to be positive, see? 3 over 2. Now, your calculator is going to do 1.5. And I don't care which one you do. 1 and 1/2 does not, graphing calculators don't do well with mixed numbers. Calculators, to me, in general, don't. So I'm going to use this one because it's going to give your vertex at the decimal. Now, that's difficult when it's like if it was 1 1/3, because you can't get a repeating 3 in there, and we'd have to go back with the fraction. But I'll show you it works both ways. See, this is one where I don't want to see, Emma, I wouldn't want to square 3/2 and multiply, but you could if you had to. And you would just type on a regular. We're going to be in the, which one? Big Jim, little Jim? Big. Okay. But, I mean, you could literally type 2 parentheses 1.5 squared. I mean, you could do it like that. So, we know this is 1.5. Okay, what do we need? A vertex, axis of symmetry, x equals 1.5. Y-intercept, 0, 4. Are you okay with that? X-intercepts. I'm going to go ahead and do this. There are 2 of them. And they're real, and they're nice rational. You won't have any yucky ones here. And then, what do we need? Domain.
For now, are they always going to be all real?
Any parabola that opens up, always. Quadratic up or down is always going to have a domain of all real. Right. When it's on its side, what will happen is the domain will be restricted because it couldn't be left, the x's couldn't be left, and the range would be all reals. Okay. So, y, we'll get with that in just a minute. Okay, graph it. Okay, clear 2x squared minus 6x plus 4. This is just not a lesson, even though I'm kind of rushing, that we need to do in 2 days. That's the reason I want to just go ahead and get this one out of the way. Okay, vertex, trace, 1.5, negative 0.5. See, and it's going to give it to you as the decimal, so it is negative 1. Even if you type 3 divided by 2, it's still going to give it. See, it changed it to the decimal, so it's going to give it to you that way. Let's see. X-intercepts. Can you tell by looking at it what those are? And you can check them. What does this one look like?
One of them's 1.
That one's 1, and that one is 2. And see, 1.5 is between them. It's always the average. So you've got 1, 0, and 2, 0, and your vertex will always be the average of these two. See, 1 plus 2 is 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. Domains are real numbers. Let's graph it real quick. What's the y-intercept? Anybody got that one yet? Oh, we already know it. It's 4, don't we? Yeah. So we can graph that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, see, and this is where I would definitely graph my intercepts. And then my vertex is at negative 1/2. I mean, 1 and 1/2 negative. See, and you'd actually, if you want to do the up 2 over 1, but if you'll do that y-intercept and its symmetrical point, you've actually got some great points to connect. And so the range is y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 or 0.5. Okay. So y'all should do better than they did, because this was the lesson where they had to do all the stuff except domain range, but they had to do the intercepts and stuff. And we had not done that, so it was a little bit longer. And I apologize I took your time. The bell's already rung if you want to clean. Yes.
Where did we get the y-intercept of 4?
It's the 4 right here. It's C. Let me draw a line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Glue this in.
What, baby?
You want us to go ahead and glue it in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'd put it on page 81. You put it wherever you have room. There's only 6. They're pretty easy. And I don't want to know what I want to do about quizzes. I may do 33 and 34 together, maybe just a few. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I just haven't decided on that one. But for sure next week, let me go look at my